Hello, I'm Priscilla, and I will share with you some reflections on collaborative practices in my research. A first interlude. The opera choir will guide you through my affiliations and positional stance. Hopefully you enjoyed this short musical and textual interlude. The choir should be seen as an analogy for collaboration, the many voices and diverse melodies of different people or stakeholders that unfold together in a common story. Now, before going deeper into the choir cast, some words on the stage or research setting are in order. This stage has two settings, the opera house or the academic realm, where the choir gathers to sing, and the local scenery, or the public realm, wherein the vocalists live and whereof they sing. Within my research in the PARCOS, or Participatory Science Communication Project, I focus on science communication with and for society and aim to bridge that gap between these two realms or settings. I do so by collaborating with science communicators or storytellers who function as intermediaries between the academic and the public set. This collaboration is based on a philosophical and anthropological approach that has dialogue and participatory observation at its core. Since interactive and creative methods are perceived as a way to narrow down the gap, we conduct within the PARCOS project a systematic review to find best practices and generate quality criteria to help science storytellers improve their communication practices. This review will be completed by additional field observations, stakeholders' expertise, and practice tryouts. Co-designing with arts-based and playful methods is additionally used in this research as a way to narrow down the gap between the two stages. Research methodology can be seen here as a vessel to instigate this common story of the opera choir. Within my research, I will use the different methods I discussed earlier on, like co-design, creation, systematic review, dialogue, and participatory observation with different stakeholders, such as museum professionals, media specialists, children and researchers, so that a new common story with different voices can emerge. Unfortunately, while all the above sounds like a sensuous and harmonious melody, I encountered troublesome disharmony as well. The scripture often sounds better than the actual opera. Words like inclusion and diversity and participation have a buzzing ring to it, and they can denote just about everything. They do not guarantee collaboration in the true sense of the word. Within research, we often start from this romantic idea that we want to include the unique visions and dissident voices of those outside the academic realm. But at the same time, we start with the idea to educate and change them in the process. We want people to think critically, but we already determined what this critical thinking should look like. But some important questions emerge. How can participation be a one-way direction? How can we see participants as villains and heroes at the same time, see them as the problem and the solution? How can science storytellers avoid the trap of buzzing words and deliver more than something that looks good on paper? To cope with these questions and issues, the notion of appreciative inquiry can help us. Perhaps we should not start from a problem statement, but rather from an appreciative statement and ask ourselves what is working well or what is good about something. Also, if we conduct dialogues instead of conversations, we leave an openness that enables us to learn instead of just to teach. Furthermore, to avoid buzzwords, we should articulate what we mean and position ourselves. Being transparent and honest prevents a science communicator of misusing terminology. And now for the final interlude. I let the opera choir capture the key message for you.